Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Well, it's time to preview the projects for the upcoming week and see what ones are going to make it to video, see what the variety is of the reels that I'm receiving in, and which ones, will provide an education for both you and I in terms of how to go about servicing and repairing these. The first one is actually a drop-off. It came from Stuart. He's a local to my area, and well, he found me on the internet, interestingly enough. Found me on the internet and said, "I can't believe you're in my backyard. Can I drop off a couple of reels for you to service?" I said, "Sure." So Stuart's dropped me the Abus. I'm going to guess that they've been around a while now because the selling price on this Abu CL3 was $69.96. It looks like a Kmart label, actually. I'm not quite sure. It's the C3, not the CL3, I guess. But he said that this one just needs a tune-up. It's been around a while. He said he has a lot of these that are kind of worn out on drags and the like. Well, that's not it, but we'll see what the issue is on that one. And I've done a lot of videos on these Abu Ambassadors. So before you go too far, make sure that you check my library. Just go to Second Chance Tackle on YouTube, and you may find the one that you're interested in. Now this one, he tells me is the real reason he brought it by. It's broken. Actually, he says it's no good. It's an Ambassador Brute 6600. Not sure what the piece is that makes it different. This is a made in Sweden reel. And yes, it is broken and it is no good. There's quite a grind going on in there. I'm thinking it's gears. He's thinking it's bearings. There's a roughness to it that would say it's beyond bearings. Not sure. That one will make it to video. I think we learn more from why fishing reels fail than sometimes we learn from just taking them apart and servicing them. We get to figure out what the weaknesses are in the models and what design features may or may not be good. And well, that's always kind of interesting to learn from. So we're gonna do that. We'll do a video on that one. Well, if you like these types of videos, if you like to see how fishing reels are serviced and maybe how to restore or service yours, and or just kind of like the idea of how fishing reels are made and who the manufacturers are and want to learn something from that, then this is a good place to subscribe to. And if you do subscribe, please use that notification button. I'm posting frequently, and well, you never know what's going to show up. This one comes from Tommy. He's sending me a reel. He said he tried a few things, but just gets the same old problem all the time. And well, let's find out what the reel is, and we'll see what goes from there. Ah, yeah. So I think this is the Slammer. Yeah, this is the Slammer. Tommy and I had exchanged some emails. He tells me as soon as he tightens down on the rotor nut that the reel stops working. Well, I'm not sure what's going on. He's checked a lot of these things, and he said he's going to pass that headache on to me. Well, one of the things I'm going to like to check is the axle shaft itself, and I want to see if that happens to be bent. But I understand that the rotor nut is loose on this, and that's why this is going as slow as it is. But well, we'll see what we can do. Again, we can learn a lot more from real failures than we can from the straight up servicing from time to time. This is the Slammer. It's got the Slammer drags underneath to keep the water out. And well, we'll see if we can help Tommy out along with that reel. That will be kind of an interesting project. Maybe we'll do a video on that one, time permitting. Next one comes in from Rhode Island. Let's see what the shores of Rhode Island bring us. Rhode Island's got some beautiful saltwater fishing going on up there. And, well, everybody thinks that Massachusetts, but Rhode Island's fantastic. Here's a pen we're missing a handle on. Maybe it's quite possible that the handle is in here. Yeah, there we go. That's the handle. This is the Pen 85 Seaboy. And I'm not quite sure what the issue is or if there is an issue. I think he tried to put it back together again, if I remember. And, well, just couldn't get the anti-reverse spring properly set, perhaps. Not sure. Well, something's kind of gummed up inside there, but those, I kind of cut my teeth doing wheel repair on those wheels. So that one should be a relatively easy fix from my side. And we'll get that one back to Rhode Island to go fishing again quickly. Okay, next one comes up from Lewis. We've exchanged some emails. I think I have some vintage reels in here. And he says, clean them up. Restore them if you can. They're older reels. And that was what my email was about. Here's a big one. It's going to clean up nicely. I mean, right now it looks, well, like a flea market mess, right? You got all this tarnish and film and the like. This is the Penn Long Beach 67. What does it look like? Well, it looks like a Penn 4.0, right? That's because for the most part it is a Penn 4.0. The gears are just a little bit different in the drag stack, but from a use standpoint and from a sizing standpoint, this is almost identical to the Senator 4.0. We've got the old coffee grinder handles on Mitchell reels. This is the Mitchell 600 series. This is the 600A. If you have a Mitchell 600, what you have is this reel without the outer chrome trim rings. You just have a solid yellow piece, and then a 600A is got the trim rings on the outside. Again, wait till you see how this cleans up. Mitchell at the time made one of the finest chrome platings for these spools and rings, and take these apart and they shine. So here's an example of the other one. This is the 602, and this is what I was talking about with the yellow plates without the trim ring. So that's 600 and 600A. It's the same idea here. No outer trim ring. This one seems to be pretty rough. It doesn't have its original handle. It's got a replacement handle. It's a Penn handle on there. It's got a telltale but always present crack on the bearing here. That was a weakness of these reels, and one that kind of persists until these days. So got some nice vintage projects there to work on. I always enjoy giving those old ones a second chance. And the last package comes in from Jeff, and he's in North Carolina. See, he says, I'm sending you 3 reels. There's 2 Abu reels that were taken out of service because the drags didn't work. And a Shimano that's been broken. There's something in the bail. Well, let's see what we have here. It seems to be a day for the Abu reels and boxes, right? Stuart left them earlier. And Jeff is sending these 2 in, telling me that they need new drag washers. Well, this one sounds like something's banging around in there in addition to drags. Not quite sure what that is, but we'll find out. Oh yeah, okay. We've got the exterior pieces and parts on the handles and some other things that have come apart. This trim ring is apart here, the water seal, the O-ring. And wow, see what we can do with that one. That happens to be the Syncro, I think. Yeah, that's the Syncro. That should be able to figure that one out with the pieces and parts. I'm not sure if he said Shimano with that. I don't think that's the Shimano. But at any rate, if you have any questions on these reels or any reels, maybe you're working on one and you're stuck, or you just have a question about, well, how did that Syncro function work on that reel, or whatever the question may be, just leave that in the comments section. I will try to answer those questions for you and get you back on track. Well, here's the second one. I'm wondering if this is the same, only with all pieces and parts is restored. It's not, but in this case we're missing a tensioner cap. Gonna have to go find one of those. This is the 6500C. This is probably one of the ones he's referring to as having the drag washers as an issue. The tension cap, well, that's always fun to find, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can find one and keep it going. And then we have a Shimano reel here, and I guess this is the one that they're saying is got something wrong with the bails. All right, this is a Spyrix. It's a 2000 RD rear drag. It's got the quick release function, and there's a broken spring in here. And we're going to have to find a spring for that. The problem that we have with these reels typically is that the pieces and parts after a few years get discontinued, and well, you're out of luck, right? So let's see what we can do with this one. I'm wondering if that's a spring. I mean, there's no spring tension here at all, so there's a spring issue here, but there's also something that's stopping the reel as we come through. That may be the fast cast feature piece on the trip. All right, well, that's what's come in. That's some of the projects I will be working on. If you see one here that you would like to have done as a video that I don't intend to do as a video, please let me know, and I'll do my best to make the videos of those reels time permitting. Well, to our first responders and essential personnel, all the folks that are dedicated to public safety, police, fire, rescue, and the like, thank you for what you do. And to everybody, don't let your reels get to this condition. Sometimes, of course, mechanically things break. Other times it's just a matter that the service hasn't been kept up to date, and well, you're the contributing cause to the failure. Take your time, service your reels once a year, and you shouldn't have those problems. Enjoy your day on the water. I wish you good luck fishing. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.